And thank you, Minister. And I really welcome and fully support this bill to legislate on hate crime and hate speech. Actually, my party introduced hate crime legislation in the Shannon, and it has long passed time for proper legislation in this area. Hate crime is real and has real impact, and in 2021, Oireachtas recorded 448 hate crimes and hate-related non-crime incidents. And like that too, Minister, I want to pay tribute to our Garda Síochána for their work. And again, I'm always asking you for recruiting guards, and I know how important the guards play. And I just think it's important now that we have as much guards as we can. And again, I just want to compliment them. But I was listening to a few radio shows this week and programmes and during the week, and what kind of kept coming up was the term wishy-washy, that the legislation was a little bit wishy-washy. Now, Minister, that troubles me a bit in the sense that the ICCL also are asking you to take on board their recommendations that the definition of hatred should be better defined. And I'm just asking that you would take this on board. You know, I just think these are issues that we need to look at. The defence of freedom of expression should be clearer and more detailed. Irish people of different race, religion, Irish travellers, the LGBTQI+, and persons with disabilities have all become more visible and engaged, and Minister, rightly so. And to ensure everyone is treated equally, we have to show zero tolerance for any kind of hate speech or hate crime. It is unacceptable today, here and in fact anywhere, that anyone should be the victim of a crime because of their race, colour, nationality, religion, sexual orientation, disability, visible or invisible. What we have right now in terms of legislation needs to be changed, and this is one way we are tackling that. Having said that, I welcome the bill. I want to see us ensure there is sufficient time for meaningful democratic debate on this. There are a lot of revisions and evidence in the drafting of this bill, and I really want to make sure we make sure going forward we have good legislation that works on the ground and will be enacted. The inclusion of a demonstration test can show that a perpetrator demonstrated hate towards a member of a protected group at the time of an offence being committed. This might involve, for example, which is really welcome, the use of slurs, gestures, other symbols or graffiti at the time of offending. This is welcome. This is a really welcome change to better support prosecution in this area. I would strongly recommend that we include a requirement for review of the legislation and robust monitoring of its implementation. And Minister, again, look, and I've listened to previous speakers, I do want to say to you, and I know the work that you've put into this, this is legislation that needs to happen as soon as possible. And this is important for us all that this go through. But I really must stress that we have got to have better and get better at communicating. And I think that's a huge issue, Minister. Communication is so important here, and I know that you're aware of it. But we need an action plan to educate and dispel false information. We need to tackle hate crime and hateful beliefs and attitudes that may ultimately give rise to further hate and crimes. And again, Minister, I am fully supportive of this, and I do feel that there is some issues that need to be addressed, and I'm sure that I will speak to you in person about them. But again, thank you very much.